everybody. Welcome to Impossible Coin. I'm your host this week, Tegan Somerset. Over there on my left somewhere in the middle of Texas is Rocky Hardy.
I'm kind of on the edge of Texas, but for sure.
Kind of on the edge of Texas, whatever. The edge is the middle. Texas is big. It's fine. And we come to you this week with breaking news and bad news. The breaking news is that Champagne Fresca has been formally arrested and we are pressing charges. The bad news is they pushed Brian down the stairs and killed him.
Please press F for respects.
Please, I would like an F in the chat. He was a good podcast dad and he will be back with us as a ghost, hopefully sometime next week, with all the gruesome details of his murder. And we do expect him to testify sometime in February.
Will Phoenix Wright be representing him as counsel?
Absolutely. And I think also Miles Edgeworth. I think we're getting them both. Only the best for our ghost Brian.
Miles Edgeworth would be representing Brian because he'd be the prosecutor, but Phoenix Wright would be protecting Champagne Fresca.
I think we have enough video game money that we get both of them.
But Phoenix is a defense attorney.
That's okay. We're defending Brian's ghost.
We are defending Brian's ghost. He's going to countersue. And then there'll be both trials. There we go.
You know it.
Tegan, what's going on with you?
We got our fetus. That's a thing that happened.
Is this your pregnancy announcement, Tegan?
Yes, this is my pregnancy announcement. I like to formally announce that I am pregnancy with Norman Reedus' fetus. No, we got our Death Stranding Collector's Edition.
Shout out.
It came with a fetus.
How's your piss yellow controller?
Oh, we didn't get the fancy edition. Oh. We just got the collector's edition. So we didn't get, like, the system, but we got a box. In the big box that we got, there was a blue, one of those carrying cases that he carries around all the time. And when I popped that thing open, there was some caution tape that I think is actually duct tape.
Okay.
A tiny little statue that looks like one of those guys from the library episode of Doctor Who where bugs are eating people, and so it's like the astronaut skeleton is walking around. You know what I'm talking about. Yeah. And our very own Norman Reedus fetus.
Shoutouts to the BV.
Yeah, I am sad to announce it doesn't come in liquid. It just comes in a canister, and it is disturbing. I don't like it. And it's currently on display in the middle of our kitchen table. Because that's where things we like go.
Fair enough. It's a conversation piece.
It's something, that's for sure. It's definitely something. But we're installing Death Stranding this morning, and we'll start playing it probably this evening. So next week we'll have actual, like, game updates, maybe, assuming we do anything other than walk around.
I've heard that the pro tip is to not spend a lot of time in Chapter 2.
Okay.
Yeah, like, Chapter 1, I guess, is important because you got to get through it. Chapter 2, while you have a lot of space to dick around, the good stuff starts in Chapter 3.
Alrighty. I heard it was, like, 10 hours in it gets good.
Also that. I think that might actually be around Chapter 3.
Alright. You know what? I'm willing to go in for that haul. Because I want to know what the fuck this game is about. I don't get it. It's about connection and humanity. But what the fuck does that mean?
So, like, I'm mixed up about Death Stranding right now. Like, I feel like it's one of those things where it's just like, it's been an oddity this whole time. And I feel like the more time that's passed, the less I feel interested in it.
Mm-hmm.
I'm gonna fuck with it because there's a bet that I have to settle. And
you took a bet?
Yeah, I bet someone that if they could coherently tell me what Death Stranding's about, then I'd make them a home cooked meal. So like it's a thing that I might end up doing. So I gotta do it just to be sure.
Okay, so can I be in on that bet too? Because I would also like a home cooked meal that I don't have to prepare.
Well, Tegan, I could just make you a home cooked meal. We're friends.
Oh, okay. Oh, so this is someone you don't like then?
Oh my god.
Wow.
Tegan, relax. That was just the bet. Like, it was just out to the public, and someone responded that I knew.
Okay.
But yeah, so, like, people that I've trust that talk to me about video games, I've heard that its story is like strange and disconnected, which is fine, but its gameplay isn't that good. And then I've heard that the gameplay that they designed is very well executed, and that makes Kojima like a like incredible video game designer. And Kojima is an incredible video game designer, but I'm not sure if they're just blowing smoke up his ass right now, because like I feel like if I don't appreciate the gameplay experience, because like I've played through experiences that aren't especially fun but still like valued them.
Right.
But I'm not sure if I'm going to value this walking simulator.
That's fair. That's a fair assessment, I think. Do you trust me?
I do trust you, Tegan.
Because I will give you an unabashed opinion.
Okay. I will look forward to Tegan's Death Stranding review.
Tegan's Death Stranding review. If there's too much walking and not enough other game, then it's not a game, and I'm going to be really upset that we spent a couple $100 on not a game.
I'm deeply worried about that, Tegan, and I totally...
I'm excited. I'm excited to come back and be like, Kojima's video game is not a game, and just absolutely lose my shit. And Brian be like, but it's an artistic masterpiece. I can't believe you're saying this game is not a game, and I'm gonna be like, watch, I did it before, I'll do it again.
This is also something that, because so a lot of publications that focus on video games are doing their like decade stuff, like their decade roundups. Like Polygon just recently finished their like top 100 games of the decade, and like they shout out a couple games that they figure that are really important. One that's like a colossal, like inhumanly good success, and the other that's just like really good as a video game, I feel like. Well, I mean, Spelunky was also really successful, but it's successful in the indie space, while like Minecraft is like successful like as any property. But one of the things they were talking about is like new genres that popped up over the decade, and they got to like, the most salient ones like right now, which are like auto battlers and like battle royales. And then like they ended with walking simulators, and I'm like, holy shit, like walking simulators did show up like in the 2010s. Like that was not a thing before. And like I understand that it's a genre because there are like a handful of games that do it. Some of them famously talked about on this game, some of them not.
Did you just call our podcast a game?
Did I call this a game? My bad. Like,
yeah, you did.
Popularly talked about on this podcast, some of them not. Man, but I'm not happy. Well, I guess like,
well, what were the two games? What were the two like big games?
Oh no, it's Minecraft and Spelunky. Like,
okay.
Minecraft is like, they made a case for Minecraft being the most important game of this decade, and Spelunky being the most important game this decade. And like, Spelunky is like an excellent game that is like deep and interesting, that has like possibly an endless amount of wonders in it. But like, Minecraft is much more important as like well, they didn't weigh the two against each other, but the case for Minecraft is that like it's such a huge and powerful phenomenon that like also it is like filled with an endless amount of wonders, but it's not because of the designer, it's because of the simplicity of the tools provided, which is like how we got like, like Hunger Games, like Minecraft, which is like their battle royale, and like adventure mode, and like the various things that people have done with like creative mode and etc. And I don't know. It's just, I'm thinking about putting like this decade in the context of video games, and walking simulators is not a thing I'm a fan of, at least. I'll say that much.
All right. We all know I don't think they're games. They're just walking, so whatever. Yeah. We'll find out.
Oh, man. But you have been playing Luigi's Mansion. How's that going?
I think I'm like halfway through.
Okay.
I know I'm not halfway through because I've only rescued one toad. Mm-hmm. And I've got two other toads, Mario and Peach, to get still. Mm-hmm. But I have found half of the elevator buttons.
Okay.
It's such a weird sentence.
Yeah, that's a pretty weird sentence, Tegan.
All the elevator buttons are missing, and this hotel is not up to fire code, let me tell you what, because there's no stairs. I can only navigate this haunted hotel with an elevator. In order to get the buttons for the elevator, I have to defeat different ghosts, and then, like, I'll suck up the ghost, and then the elevator button forcibly launches itself out of my vacuum.
Okay. That's dumb.
And then sometimes, like, mice eat them and I have to suck up the mouse and, like, lure it out with some cheese and stuff. And then, like, other times, I could just get it and then I get all excited. Well, I don't get excited. Luigi gets excited and I'm just like, haha, I did a thing. But Luigi gets very excited. And he's such a good man. Luigi's such a good man.
So, what if you find all the elevator buttons and then the real Luigi's Mansion begins?
The part where it's actually a horror game and not a fun ghost hunting adventure?
I don't know about that, but I mean, like, it's just like, oh, wait, there's so much more game here.
I'm sure there is so much more game. I just don't know what it all is. There's a bunch of stuff that I haven't quite figured out how to do or get yet.
Okay.
Like, just because of where it's positioned in the mansion. Like, there's some stuff where I'm like, oh, obviously, like, I have to use Luigi to get in this pipe and then do this other thing. But then, like, there's some stuff where I'm like, okay, so I got over here, but now, what do I do?
Okay, can you paint me a word picture?
Okay, so you're in the men's restroom.
Okay.
As you are.
Mm-hmm.
And you want to get into the ladies' restroom. But Luigi is a gentleman and will not open the door to the ladies' restroom.
As gentlemen should.
Yes, so you go into the restroom. You remove the grate cover from in the men's restroom. You deploy Luigi. I don't know. There's no good way to say that. You deploy Luigi, and you have him, as he is not a man and not a woman, he can go in both bathrooms.
Mm-hmm.
He just shoves his head into the grate and gets sucked into the women's restroom.
Mm-hmm.
Which you can then proceed to clean it for them. You know, like normally. However, in this particular restroom, one of the toilets is overflowing and all the water is running down the drain, but that also keeps you from traversing the actual restroom because as soon as Luigi touches the water, he goes down the drain.
Oh.
So I haven't quite figured out the tech for that yet.
Well, okay, so what if you, like, fix the plumbing, like, on the floor below?
That's what I'm trying to figure out, is if it's something like that, or if it's, like, if there's, like, some other place where I can fix a bunch of stuff and turn off a bunch of water, or, like, I don't know. There's, like, obviously, because it's Luigi's Mansion, there's, like, golden gems everywhere.
Uh-huh.
And each floor has its own unique set of gemstones.
That's cool.
That are shaped like a thing, and so you can collect, like, all the ones for that floor.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know where so, like, the floor I just finished where I was able to rescue Toad had, like, totally not Beethoven on it.
Okay.
It totally wasn't, like, an opera performance space, and I totally didn't almost get crushed by a bunch of audience chairs and then have this composer piano-playing ghost launch his piano at me from the ceiling.
Okay.
There are a bunch of... So that floor has, like, music note-shaped gems, and I only found 2 of them. And I have no idea where the other ones are.
Yeah, that sounds like
not even an inkling. It's not even like, oh, like, this looks like a place where it could be. It's just, I don't fucking know.
That...
I went through the whole floor. I don't fucking know where it is.
That sounds like Luigi's Mansion to me.
Yeah.
I always remember, like, oh, man, I really did it this time. I came out with $5 million. Like, yeah, you got the Bronze Mansion, dude. Come back when you got $25 million. I'm like, $25 million?
Yeah, like, you're like, excuse me. Yeah, I was like, I think I'm doing okay because I'm on, like, floor 1 and I've got, like, $9,000, but I am not. I don't know how much money is in this place, but, like, wow.
Yeah.
Also, like, there are black widows and rats and bats everywhere.
Sure.
And sometimes they're golden in color. And if you suck up the golden rat, bat, spider thing, it then explodes into money and gold bars, which you then have to vacuum up separately.
Okay.
That's bullshit.
Oh, man. That's good and dumb. I like that.
It is good and dumb. I also did get a chance to unboard a window on the 3rd floor, I think. Like, ripped all the boards off. And then I snuck out onto the balcony while it was pouring rain to sneak into another person's room to raid all their, like, drawers and stuff for money.
Sick.
And then, like, I came back and there was a bellhop ghost who was, like, looking at the wall, like, how the fuck, we're gonna have to reboard this up, aren't we? God damn it. And I'm just like, I have made your life harder, I'm sorry, but also now you've scared me and you have to meet my vacuum. Sorry.
Bellhop's just having the worst day.
There are ghosts that are just legitimately trying to make the hotel a nice place, and literally I'm just like, I'm gonna suck you up into my vacuum cleaner because you scare me. There's a floor that's like a shopping mall.
Uh-huh.
And, like, I spent the whole time going, like, if I don't do this fast enough, the fucking security guard is gonna come out of here, and he's gonna beat my ass, and it's not gonna be fun. And really, no. That's not what happened at all.
Mm-mm.
The security guard has a squirt gun, and you have to fight him with Gooigi.
Okay.
It's not even a real gun. It's just a squirt gun.
Oh, that's
it's
great.
Big. Luigi's Mansion is big, dumb energy and big, dumb fun.
Oh, so, like... In Yuppie Psycho, I'm at a point in the game where, like, I've gotten, like, it looks like a break. Like, the game isn't telling me explicitly what to do. That's where I'm at right now. And there's a couple of places I found out. It turns out on the 8th floor, there isn't just, like, a garden. It's actually, like, a whole fucking forest for some reason.
What?
And there's...
Like, they put a greenhouse on the floor?
Yes. And there's a cemetery there, which is where all the dead, like, executive family members are. And there's a ghost in there that I saw that may be the witch. Probably, who knows. But there's a lot of people that's, like, infected with some weird green, like, spider goo.
Okay.
And, like, I can't touch them. Like, I should probably just leave them alone. But at the end of it, there's a dude who's a, quote, goblin, whose eyes have been burned out because he saw the witch too many times.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, so...
that's some lore.
He hangs out in this one spot. He really digs cheese. And he'll trade you cheese for witch paper. So, like, if you find cheese throughout the game, a good way to stack up witch paper is to, like, give him the cheese. And he has an affinity for barcodes. He believes that they are magic. So if you find any barcodes in the company, bring them to him, and he'll cast a spell or something, apparently. I don't know.
Have you ever seen a barcode, though?
I have.
You know they read the white parts, not the black parts?
I always forget, actually.
Like, what the hell?
I don't know. Sorcery. But apparently there is a empty cereal box in... Oh, that's right. Sorry. I found, like, the cafeteria.
Okay.
Which is on the first floor, which is a place that the game just didn't want me to go. All the recipes for, like, combining stuff is there. I can make instant ramen, I can make pizza, and I can make cheese sandwiches, as well as coffee, and buy, like, candy bars and stuff. Standard office fare, whatever. There is a lone cereal box on one of the tables. And if I take that cereal box and I bring it back to the goblin, who I don't have to go through the forest every time. Apparently, there's a secret passageway through the 5th floor bathroom. Don't know why, but there is.
Because why not, I guess.
I can go back and visit the goblin and give him the cereal box, and he licks it because he's blind. He doesn't have eyes anymore. And he's like, yes, this is a very good barcode. And then he casts a spell, and now I can walk through poison gas, apparently. Don't know why, but that's just what's going on now.
Why is that barcode in particular so good?
I don't... It's a cereal barcode, so I don't know. Maybe he sees something in it.
Is it like good cereal, at least?
It didn't really say. It just said cereal.
Maybe
But
it's Lucky Charms.
Maybe. But yeah, now I have the ability to walk through poison gas, and I actually went to go visit the guy on the 2nd floor. The guy that like bitched at me because I was like Class G or whatever.
Right.
And in that floor, like, there are pockets of light, but basically they're just random people just kind of walking around seemingly aimlessly, and they bump you around and shit. And I found the guy I was talking to, and he, like, once again believes that he doesn't belong here because, he's from a rich pedigree or some bullshit, who cares. And he can't move on to the next floor until he passes this promotion test.
Mm-hmm.
The thing is, you can do the promotion test, or rather, like, as a character you can, but like as like Brian Pasternak you can't.
Mm-hmm.
And so you need to give his name to enter the test, and he's willing to let you do it on his behalf, but you can basically swindle him by promising you'll do it for 1,000 credits, which is like more money than like you get anywhere else in the game.
Okay.
And the test is like, it's insane, Tegan. So, like, you're in a darker room than you were in before, but there's a light in a distinct circle in this area, and there's a white outline of the circle. And they just tell you to pass the test within 5 minutes. And you stand inside the circle, and there are, like, people that walk through it that have, like, paper bags over their heads with, like, faces drawn on them.
Mm-hmm.
And if you, like, collide with them, they deal damage. And if enough of them collide with you, you die. So I'm assuming they're stabbing you or some shit. And, like, you basically have to, like, if you sit in there for the duration, you can't, then nothing happens. Like, you don't pass. And if you walk outside the circle, you lose too. But apparently you have to, like, interact with these, like, weird bagged headmen in a certain way, but I don't know how until they just keep walking past me and stabbing me and I die.
Oh my god.
Yeah, I don't know what this is, Tegan. It's really weird. Elsewhere on the second floor, I found what apparently were the company barracks, but it doesn't look like anyone uses them anymore because, like, it's poison gas everywhere. There's actually a couple dead people who are just lying there, I guess inhaled too much gas. But it looks like the witch used to live down there. And, like, there are, like, journals that I've read about her so far. Oh, I found out that, like, the executive room on the 10th floor, like, where I signed the contract, you know, there was, like, that big black screen that said kill the witch before?
Mm-hmm.
There is actually a TV remote in that room that you need batteries for, which you don't have at the beginning, but I have plenty of batteries now. And I came back and I turned on the TV, and it changed, like, the screen, and it turned it on, but it's just all just red static. It's blood red static now, and I don't know what that's about.
Oh.
Yeah.
That doesn't sound right.
So
have you tried, like, smacking it?
The only way to, like, attack things is to actually open a menu, and, like, I don't want to spend pencils on stabbing this screen because I don't know what else I'll need them for. I do know the next thing. There is, like, now there's an area of, like, the 4th floor, like, the marketing department that was covered in poison gas that I can go through now. The lip, like, women from HR are still, like, walking around patrolling the place, so I can't walk around super freely. But the copy machine that everyone was observing before is gone, and everyone that was around it has been gored out.
Oh.
So, like, there's definitely something for me to do on the 4th floor, so I'm fucking with that. But, I just remembered that because, like, you were talking about the elevator buttons, and, like, there's no stairs. And there are stairs in this building, but they're all marked off with caution tape, and I can't open them. And, I do know there's one thing, like, I'm pretty sure I have to do something on the 4th floor, because I know there is an event coming up, which is Hugo's birthday party on the 1st floor. And, like, Hugo, which I mentioned before, is, like, my immediate supervisor on the 5th floor, who also has an alter ego with a frog mask that murders people indiscriminately. So, that's going to be a time. We'll see how that goes. Yuppie Psycho's still weird.
Yeah. Sounds like it. Sounds like it's still capturing a lot of the existentialism of working in an office.
Yeah.
You know.
Yeah.
Good job, Yuppie Psycho. You win most accurate game of the year.
Most accurate. Oh, shit. Okay, also, Tegan, I don't know if you started Homestuck. Have you started Homestuck?
Not yet, but I did watch some Homestuck animatics. Does that count?
Okay.
Not animations of Homestuck, like
none
people
of the
who
like Flash things, right?
Yeah, none of that. Just like people who like Homestuck, putting Homestuck characters in other stuff, so I can try to kind of get a feel for it.
Mm-hmm.
But
Okay, I wanted to talk to you about something that may help you understand things before, like, Hussey decides to explain it.
Okay.
Which are the Homestuck relationship quadrants. I mentioned that there were, like, astrology kids before.
Yeah.
And they're, like, for lack of a better term, an alien race called trolls. And, like, troll romance is apparently a lot more complicated than, like, human romance, according to Hussey. Which is, you know, him being up his own ass. But essentially, troll romance is split into 4 quadrants. Like, human romance is what they would call a concupiscent red romance, which is an overflowing of positive emotion.
Okay.
For a romantic attachment, for the sake of, like, building a relationship, but also for, like, reproduction purposes. Now, like, troll romance has a spectrum that plays out in two particular quadrants, which is red romance and black romance, and platonic versus not romantic, but I guess reproductive. Red romance is like our thing, which like totally makes sense. And then there's black reproductive romances, which would create a pairing which they call kismesis or kismesicitude, which is like the enemies to lovers thing, just like no friends in the middle.
Oh, what?
Yeah.
You just skip over the friend part of the trope?
Yeah, pretty much.
Fuck that. Okay.
Right. And and that's just black romance. And the reason that's like important is because of in lore, like trolls or whatever don't mate like with particular people. Instead, there's like a brood mother that they have to provide genetic material to. The genetic material is like gathered in pails with like your
I'm sorry, what?
Yeah, it's in pails. Like it's
what?
You should take a look at the link that I sent you. That's in the doc.
I don't.
Right? So usually you have like red and black like romance pale genetic material, I suppose. And red and black mating material is both valuable because it's all mixed into a slurry anyways. And like stronger like genes or attached to stronger emotions is what the broodmother ultimately ends up using to make better like trolls in the future.
Mm-hmm.
Which is what make black romance genetic material valuable.
Okay.
And then there are like less intense emotions that are still of the red and black nature, which are more allegiances, which are closer to what we consider friends, but like more like friend soulmates, I guess. Like they're friends that balance each other and whatnot. And then there's auspiticism, which is essentially like two people who are fighting forever and like one person that intervenes so they don't kill each other. And so like those are the four major quadrants. And then what happens is that they interact because obviously like their goal is to find a person to fulfill all those relationships. So you have like a mate spiritship, which is like a love relationship, a black romance, which is like a hate fucking type of thing, I guess. A more allegiance, which is like a friend that like balances you, and then like auspiticism, which is just like a person that like you hate, and a person that stops you from killing that person, and vice versa. And the thing is that especially in this like story, a lot of people fluctuate between those relationships. So like red and black romances will like obviously like swing back and forth, or like black romances will like be super intense, and then they'll be less intense with like an intermediary, but maybe the intermediary may have red romance feelings for other people, and so like it makes a huge like shipping mess, and like that's why there's like 413 characters in this fucking story.
Oh, okay. So for the auspicitism, auspicitism,
right?
But whatever the fuck. Do you need 3 people for that?
Yes, you need 3 people. Because the 2 people in the middle are just people who hate each other. And, like, they'll either hate each other enough to, like, fuck, which makes, like, a black romance, or they hate each other enough to kill each other, which is not productive, because now we have 2 less people who can't reproduce. So, like, they have the middle person who has to willingly accept that position to make sure that they don't actually kill each other.
So how many people do you actually need to make one of these things work?
Like, overall?
Yeah.
So
9? Do you need 9 people in one relationship?
No.
Is that what?
No. So they're all separate relationships. So it'd be like one person with a mate spiritship, right? So one red romance, and one person with a black romance.
Mm-hmm.
And then you'd have 2 other people, one person that you would hate and another person that would intervene for the auspiticism. So that would be 4 so far. And then a 5th person for the moral allegiance. However, it's possible and sometimes common that the red and black romances are the same person, which would reduce the number to 4. And it could be possible that your red romance person could be the person that helps, that is your auspices in the auspicicism, which could also reduce it to 4. There are a lot of potential combinations, but I guess the least amount of people you would need is 4. In some cases, 3.
Okay. Hang on.
Sure.
I need at least 4 people to be in my romantic platonic relationship in order to make the best genetic material to put into a bucket to give to a brood mother?
Well, the genetic material thing is 2, possibly 1. And because, like, the left side, like the heart and the spade,
right,
are both genetic material. And so, like, if you can get red and black material out of one person, then you'd only need 1 person for that. That's all brood mother. The other stuff is just, like, trying to live in the world. Because, like, trolls have, like, apparently really intense emotions in comparison to humans, as the story goes, or whatever the fuck. They need, like, an outlet for, like, negative emotion, which is why asceticism is important. And they can benefit largely from having a positive red feelings platonic relationship, which is why moral allegiances are valuable. But for genetic material, for pleasing the brood mother, you only need 1, maybe 2 people for a red and black reproductive romance.
So I just need to... So basically, like, person A would just have to be in love, and person B would have to hate that person and then grow to love them?
Yeah.
And that would get you both your stuff, and then you're done?
Yeah.
So you just gotta try and fuck someone you hate?
Well, yeah, but, like, that you like in certain lights. Or even someone that you like, but you hate in certain lights, which is arguably the same thing.
What the fuck?
Yeah. And, like, that's a lot of the troll relationships. Although, like, well, I mean, like, obviously humans have mate spirit ships, but, like, there aren't really kismessies among humans, because it's not necessary. Because apparently, like, in, like, the troll, like, civilization, there's a dude whose job is to, like, collect all of the genetic material. And if you don't have red and black to offer, they'll just kill you on sight. And that's just it. There's enough trolls. Whatever. So, like, that's why red and black is specifically important. Like, it's built into their culture.
Mm-hmm.
But for people, it's like, you know, not, because we have other things to do, I guess. Who knows? But, you know, like, their thing is obviously a lot more complex. So, like, they have maybe a much higher emotional intelligence. That's, like, the argument, but...
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, that makes... some sense, I guess.
Yeah, that's most of Humstuck can make some sense, I guess.
Oh boy.
Oh man, but also Terry Bogard came out on Smash this week, and it's wild.
Yeah, how's he?
He's the new busted character. Well, like, he's not busted forever, but he's got some real bullshit. In reality, his aerial game is super weak, like, in comparison to, like, most of the top tiers, and his recovery leaves things to be desired. Like, best case, it's high maintenance. Worst case, it's barely usable.
Mm-hmm.
However, Terry Bogard has a trait that when he takes on 100% damage, all of his specials get, like, damage boosts, and he has the ability to super cancel them into other stuff. So he gets to create combos where combos were not previously.
What? That seems real busted.
Oh, yeah. No, it's pretty busted. But, like, they're mostly for, like, ground stuff. There's one really dirty thing that I've seen where, like, at 100% personal, like, damage or whatever, he can take a 60% Mario and, like, kill him vertically, which means he kills anywhere on the stage with 2 moves. Like, it's dash, hit, he's dead.
Oh, shit.
It's, like, 43% damage. Like, I mean, with DI, you can survive. Which is directional influence, which is, a mid-level concept in Smash Bros. Where you basically press your control stick perpendicular to the direction that you're flying, which reduces the momentum of, like, your flight path so that you don't fly as far and you die less often. It's a weird thing to do on reaction, but, like, with DI it doesn't work, obviously. But, like, for the most part, like, if you're just playing people, like, Terry Bogard, once he gets to 100%, is fucking dangerous.
Oh, jeez.
However, most of his normals hit in, like, the humanoid mid-hitbox, which is fine because he's a fighting game character. But Kirby, when he holds down to crouch, flattens himself into, like, the lowest, like, profile.
Right. Oh, he can't hit him, can he?
Yeah, so, like, there are a couple of moves that Terry Bogard can do to, like, hit Kirby when he's, like, low profiled, but none of them are combo starters, which means, like, none of them are the best decision to do.
Oh, God.
at first you see like the crazy bullshit that he's able to pull off, but then like I watched like a video of like Japanese players fucking with Terry Bogard, and they're just trying to press buttons while like Kirby's like low profile, then nothing's hitting him.
Kirby's just hanging. He's like, sup?
Like it's
I'm vibing.
Like a 12-second video. He's doing the dash punch. At one point they try to do like he do the short hop dive punch, but he misses the low profile Kirby and flies off the stage and dies.
My god.
It's so good, Tegan. Like so like the low profile thing is also a thing that's been around for a while. Like Kirby's able to do it to most of Zero Suit Samus's abilities and to at least a third of like the Swordy's like mid profile abilities. Like, but Swordy's have low profile attacks that are strong enough to like bully Kirby. But like, it's just really funny that like Kirby can do this to some of the high tiers. Also, I think Kirby can low profile a bunch of Bayonetta's moves, but like Bayonetta still has that like that Doomfist thing that comes out. But Terry Bogard, it's sick. Like he's definitely gonna be fun to play, and it's definitely for like people who like fucking around with Smash and like just want to be busted for a little while. Very much like the way Hero was when he first came out.
Mm-hmm.
So like, I suspect that Nintendo's gonna make a lot of money off that DLC. But otherwise, Terry Bogard is gonna be all right. I don't think he's really gonna win any tournaments.
Right.
It's the new cheese. That's just what's going on.
Okay. That sounds like bullshit. It sounds like big time bullshit.
Oh man, you gotta look at some of these videos. I think I put a couple of them like in the Twitter chat. But fucking like Terry Bogard. At least he's not. No one's calling him Buff Pokemon Trainer anymore. Like that's for sure.
Yeah. Jesus. Okay.
Oh, also Fudo got married, which I'm like. Jesus Christ. So Fudo is a fighting game player. He's a Street Fighter pro. He's been around. He started blowing up a bit in like Street Fighter 4. And he just announced his marriage, and he apparently like married a model, which, like is great fodder that like they're going to use in the esports fucking TV shows that they're going to make next year. But he married a very popular pinup model. They met playing arcades years ago, and they just went public with their marriage. They look very happy, and I'm very proud of the kid. Their wedding photo is Fudo is holding up his fight stick. They're both wearing headsets while like dressed in kimono. It's very cute.
Mm-hmm.
Like,
Aww.
I'm really happy for them. Shout outs to Fudo, living the dream. I think one of my favorite things, like when I was hanging out with one of my fighting game friends, one of my best friends. We were at a Japanese restaurant, and like they were playing like Japanese commercials on the screen or whatever.
Mm-hmm.
And he's just like, man, like all I'm trying to do is just date a girl that does Japanese commercials. And like me, like being like endlessly optimistic, I was like, well, man, like why don't you? And he gave me the most tired expression I've ever seen in my life, Tegan. And he's just like, I'm trying. Oh, man. But yeah, congratulations to Fudo and Yuka Kuramochi. I wish you endless happiness. I hope that they don't trash you too big on this esports show that I'm, endlessly worried about. And...
Okay, so I made a mistake.
Okay.
And I Googled her.
Mm-hmm.
Man, she got a booty.
Yes, she does, Tegan.
She really do. I was like, well, what kind of pinup model is it? And I'm like, oh, this kind. And then it's like... But that's a nice ass.
Yes, it is. No, there was like when the announcement came out, there was one of my favorite memes showed up. It was like the Squidward meme where like his face is squashed in.
Yeah.
And it's just like Fudo after the wedding, and I'm like, oh, Jesus.
God.
Man, I'm telling you, Fudo is living the dream.
He's living a dream.
God damn it, Tegan. But yeah, so really proud of Fudo. Proud of everyone that was involved in making that happen. I don't know who that was, but like I'm just really excited for the situation. I'm glad that I lived to see it. Whew.
I wish them happiness and prosperity.
Oh man, what would actually be really crazy?
Huh?
There's a joke in the fighting game world called like the marriage buff.
Mm-hmm.
And it was like, I remember like the year that Justin Wong got married, he won EVO for Marvel vs. Capcom.
Oh, okay.
And so like we might be on the cusp of a Fudo comeback where like he wins like Street Fighter EVO like just after Mariyuka, and no one would fault him for it. No one would be remotely angry about it, except for maybe Chris G. But fuck Chris G. I hope he dies in a fire. But like, oh man. I'm excited for the next generation of fighting games, I guess.
So what is the marriage buff? It's not just you got married, you get a buff. Like, there's got to be some sort of secret.
Well, I mean, generally
speaking... Is it that, like, the wife makes you eat actual food, and so you have, like, a better diet?
That might be part of it.
Is that the problem?
Maybe, quality of life for men tends to increase in marriage. It does tend to go down for women, which sucks, but, we're developing that technology. We're figuring it out. And, like, I don't know. Like, guys' lives get better. I think I remember one of my favorite threads was, like, this guy was, like, dating some girl. And, like, she found out that, like, he only had, like, a single towel in his apartment. Like, no washcloths, nothing. And, like, she bought, like, a bunch of towels and his life got instantly better. And, like, he starts eating better. He had more pillows on his bed. Apparently, he slept with, like, one pillow, which, like, couldn't be me.
How do you sleep with one pillow?
Tegan, I don't know. Haven't done it. Ever. No, I did it when I was like a little kid, when I didn't know any better. Then I found out I could have more than one pillow. This is incredible.
How many pillows do you have?
I have 6 pillows.
Okay. Yeah, for one person in one bed, 6 pillows I think is okay.
Yeah.
I typically hang around 3.
Okay.
So.
Yeah, I have like 2 pillows that I usually like just sleep on. The other things are just like for positioning the main pillow, and I have like a body pillow. It's not a Dakimura or anything. It's just like a large pillow that's like for comfort.
I mean, we could get you a Dakimura cover for it if you really wanted.
I don't want it. That's why I don't have it.
We could get you one though.
It's like I don't, and like I am like endlessly terrified. Where like, because I've had people see like my body pillow and assume that I'm just like hiding my Dakimura somewhere. Because I have, like, company over, which is definitely a thing that I would do if I did have a Dakimura, but I don't. Mm-hmm. I don't have a Dakimura, I promise. I swear to God. Whew.
I got a body pillow when I went to college.
Mm-hmm.
Not because, like, I wanted, like, the length or whatever, but I used that as my back pillow instead.
So...
like, as the base pillow that I stacked all the other pillows on top of, because the way it was positioned, the other pillows wouldn't, like, then get squished into that crack between, like, the headboard and the mattress. Because the long body pillow was stuck down there.
Okay. That makes sense.
Pillow tech, man.
Pillow tech. Gotta have at least, I think 3 pillows is a solid number. I'm just, like, bougie, I guess.
You know, you actually have more pillows on your bed because you're depressed.
I mean, that's probably true. If we're being real.
It's because you're sad, Rocky.
Well, I mean, like, I've always been sad. Like, what am I going to do about it?
I mean, that's why I have 6 blankets on my bed. It's because I'm anxious.
Tegan, you got to get yourself a weighted blanket. Changed my life.
Yeah, I put one on my Christmas list this year for my family because nobody ever knows what to get me because no one ever wants to buy me video games, so.
Oh, man. I actually aspire to be, like, a gift giver like Alec Baldwin in 30 Rock, where like he apparently just like always shows up with a perfect gift, and like he's obviously doing like an incredible amount of research whenever he like gets a gift for someone, but he always summarizes it as like I just like think about what I know and like about the person, and then the perfect gift just comes to me, which is a lie. Like it's a bold-faced
lie, yeah.
But like it's fun to say that to people, especially like I have a friend who like never knows what to buy anyone, and he's just like, just tell me what to buy you, and I'm like, dude, just buy whatever. Just think about who I am as a friend to you, and just get me something. It'll be cool, and it usually is. Like it's never really an issue, but like
I never know what to buy people. Never.
Oh man. I don't know. I think I'm like a B tier gift giver.
Mm-hmm.
I hope to be S class by the time I get to like 50. I gotta invest some perks in it, but we'll figure it out.
That's fair. I'm usually like, I flip flop a lot. I'm either like 100% on top of it and it's like the best fucking gift.
Mm-hmm.
Or it's like, this is cool.
That's not bad. Like, that just sounds like numbers.
Yeah, but it's like, I can't get enough of those like top tier gifts to really make it like boost, you know?
Yeah. Like, I don't know, Tegan. I'm pretty sure you'll figure out the tech. You'll hit your hot streak.
Well, one year I got, probably the best gift I ever got was, one of my ex-boyfriends for Christmas. I got him a PSP and like a bunch of games because that's all he wanted was a it was a PSP and a bunch of games because that was like all he wanted, and he like absolutely lost it. And I was like, yes. And the year I got my mom the dog. Okay, so last year for Christmas, I got my mom a DNA kit for her dog.
Okay.
And I got the DNA kit on Black Friday. It came like the following week. I did the DNA test, shipped it out, and got the results back before Christmas and gave her the results like as the gift. And she cried.
That's
and, like,
beautiful. So
it's like either that or it's just like, oh, this is really neat. Like, this is a thing I'm actually going to enjoy or will actually be useful in my life. And like, except my dad. My dad just, I can't buy for him. It's impossible. How do you buy for a man who doesn't want anything and then buys himself everything he wants?
Well, he's just better at hiding what he wants. You gotta get in his head, Tegan.
He doesn't talk.
Oof. You gotta go through his search history or something. Who knows?
Yeah, we're gonna have to.
I just forgot. Oh, right. Yeah, Black Friday's coming up. We should probably put together like a Black Friday thing again. Either like this week or next week. Whenever Brian's Ghost comes back.
Before the court date, you mean?
Before the court date, after Brian's Ghost comes back.
We gotta summon it. I'll get out my Ouija board. We'll have him here, hopefully. Maybe I'll summon a demon. Who knows?
Who knows?
Hey there, demon. It's us.
What should we get for Black Friday? And he's just like, actually, there's a really good deal on headphones at Target. And it's like, thanks, demon. Appreciate it.
Thanks, demon.
Oh, man. Okay. Actually, you want to do the news?
Yeah, I guess we could do news.
Okay. Hey, everyone. This is sometimes the place where music goes now, but right now we're going to talk about the Patreon. First of all, we want to thank the 3 patrons that are looking out for us right now. Appreciate you subscribing to the Orange Food tier. Hey, Tegan, what's the orange food that our patrons have provided for you?
The orange food they've provided for me this week is Harvest Cheddar Sun Chips. So I have my healthy orange food chip snack.
You hear that, guys?
They're tasty. I haven't had them in a while.
Tegan is eating healthy food. It also happens to be orange. And in the future, if we can get to the next tier, we will provide additional anime and wrestling episodes for your pleasure each month. And I know you guys want to know what's going on with wrestling. And I know the people want to hear what Tegan has to say about the anime. And she's going to hold it in until we hit the patrons, which means the first one is going to be a fucking explosion, guys.
Doing my fucking best, man.
So if you can find in your hearts, or if you can find some curiosity to donate to the Patreon at patreon.com/Impossible Coin Podcast, we'd appreciate it, and we will get you the content that you deserve.
Now we talk about news, but you're the one who has to start.
Oh, hey guys, yeah, so, by the way, our first news story is about Blizzard. And, you know, while they're not kowtowing to the Chinese government or gaslighting us about why the first black female character had to wait until the sequel to Overwatch, they are talking about their 8th expansion for World of Warcraft. Specifically, they've decided that they're going to squish the level cap and levels in general for the 8th expansion. The 8th expansion, Shadowlands, will squish the level cap from 120, which is where it is currently, back down to 50. And characters will have a new starting experience, which means they'll end up a new area and they'll learn new basics. So it's basically a new overhaul of the game where everyone starts at level 1 and goes to level 50 again. And once they get to level 10, they'll be able to get into the current expansion, which is Battle for Azeroth, to level up to 50. And then once they hit 50, then they can go into Shadowlands. So it's a hard reset for everyone in World of Warcraft, because apparently a hard reset is all that Blizzard really wants right now.
They just want us to forget.
They do. They want us to forget everything. And I don't think I'm gonna. But I do know that there are plenty of people that are craving a new and fresh World of Warcraft experience. And there are definitely enough people that have been curious about what World of Warcraft is really about and why it's been around for 15 years, but have been daunted by the 120 level cap. That being said, I'm probably still not going to play it. That's just me. How do you feel about this level squish, Teagues?
Oh, God. Blizzard's just trying stuff at this time. This feels like very much like spaghetti on the wall sort of thing.
Yeah.
I don't think this is gonna help. Like, I don't know.
They definitely want new people, and, like, I totally get why they would want new people, because, like, new people aren't pissed at, like, Blizzard right now, because they don't even care about Blizzard right now.
You're right. Yeah, fair.
But, like, I don't know if they're gonna get enough new people with this, like, setup to, like, overpower the negative resentment that they have towards themselves right now. Like, it is an idea, but, like, I don't think it'll work. Like, I think, like, the Blizzard, like, ecosystem is big enough right now that whoever else they get to join, unless they get, like, a brand new country. Oh, wait, what if, like, this is just for China? Like, what if this comes out, like, just before, like, Shadowlands releases? By the way, guys, World of Warcraft is now available in China! And then, like, they just cater to the whole new Chinese population, and then they don't have to care about how mad we are about them anymore. Because, I mean...
Can't you? I think you can play World of Warcraft in China, though.
Oh, you can? Okay, then...
I mean, that could probably get you a bunch of new players, but, like, I don't know.
Yeah. Well, I mean...
It's because I bet... I don't know. I don't think it's going to do as much as, like, Final Fantasy 17 with their super cool, like, different dev tie-ins is going to do.
True. Also, like... One of the things that Blizzard has lost over the past couple of years is, like, the old guard, the people that, quote, made Blizzard great.
Mm-hmm.
And now, like, Final Fantasy 14 and the success that it's had is because it's been steered by someone in particular and someone who is very good. Like, Yoshi P has been at the helm of Final Fantasy 14 since, like, A Realm Reborn, which is, like, their hard reset. Where they decided, oh, you know, 1.0 is completely fucked. We're just going to start over. And, like, Realm Reborn did really well. Heaven's Ward did really well. Stormblood did pretty well, too. And, like, Shadowbringers is probably one of the best games that came out this year. That's been Yoshi P's team. And now, like, Yoshi P, he's, like, part of the international team. He's on the fucking board of directors now. Like, that's how serious this guy is. And, like, Blizzard doesn't have, like, people steering their vision that way anymore.
Mm-hmm.
And maybe someone will, like, emerge, but old Blizzard may actually just be gone, and, like, a hard reset may be what they're doing to start new Blizzard, but who knows? Like, they're still carrying the old franchises.
They need a complete overhaul. A new World of Warcraft.
Squared, if you will.
Yeah, I don't know what that looks like.
Yeah.
Speaking of World of Warcraft, though, I am officially 10 years clean.
10 years clean! Congratulations, Tegan.
Thanks.
Is that the gold medallion?
I hope so. Christ. When they were like, Vanilla's coming back, I was like, felt it. The pull. But then they were like, anti-Hong Kong. And I'm like, yeah, okay, that was easy.
It was actually
that
weird.
Helped. What?
So, like, when Classic went live, or rather specifically when, like, the raids for Classic went live, there was, like, a bit, like, they streamed it, but it wasn't, like, you know, a couple of dudes in, like, their own, like home
living
setups
rooms?
Or whatever.
Right.
Yeah. Like, they, like, took them to, like, an actual, like, facility, and, like, they were sponsored with, like, a continuous live stream. Like, they had, like, staff there to, like, make sure that people, like, slept or whatever. They were, like, competitively rating for, like, world first clear.
Mm-hmm.
And, like, they were, like, stocked and, like, prepared for this to go, like, weeks, like the way that the first time it did.
Yeah, and it was like in like 48 hours or something.
Yeah, they like ripped through it. And it is a little disappointing that it went by so quickly. I think it's really interesting that is like a bet that producers are willing to take.
Mm-hmm.
And if content were produced at a level where that would be necessary, I think that would be interesting. Yeah, in the past like 5 years, I can't think of like any content that took that long. Like, it was a surprise when like Destiny 2's like raid took longer than a weekend to clear.
Mm-hmm.
And like even like Final Fantasy stuff, like whenever they do like the 4 fights that they let out, they're cleared in under 24 hours. They just are. And like the hardcores are like, I mean, the hardcores are definitely more hardcore than they were before. Like, that's definitely the truth.
They also remember that shit, though. Like, the people who got that world first clear for WoW, for the classic servers, were people who'd done that raid like 1,000 times before.
That's true. Yeah.
I wouldn't mind seeing some, like, tougher content, though.
Yeah, like, I'd be really interested in, like, some real, like, fucking shenanigans that's, like, a puzzle. Like, I mean, Destiny 2's raids, like, turned out to not really be about really difficult combat encounters, but about, like, puzzles to figure out how to enter the next room. Like, it was more like, there's a riddle here, and I need to do something, but I don't know what it is. It was very, like, Indiana Jones, I guess.
Mm-hmm.
And, like, I want to see, like, really hardcore, like, raid encounters where, like, combat requires really strange things of you and like solutions to those problems. Like there's the fight that we're doing right now, which is like the last fight of like Final Fantasy XIV's current expansion, is where you're fighting Titan on like this really large stage, or it's like it's separated like in small like quadrants, like it's essentially like a 4x4, and the boss will do certain things. Like, for example, there's one section where the boss will trap the healers in like gowls. Like, they'll put a marker on them, and after 5 seconds they're just encased in stone and they can't move.
Ooh, okay.
Right? And the boss is like a giant, like, colossal thing on like one half of the stage, and what he'll do, he'll wind up a giant punch, and he's gonna punch away like a quarter of the stage. And, like, it's just going to be gone. And so, like, the wind-up starts after the markers go on the healers. And so, like, the solution to that problem is that you have to stand in a place where he's not going to punch. And, like, that eliminates half the stage, which is fine because there's 2 healers in the 4 quadrants. And then, after he destroys the first one, he's going to wind up a second punch. And he's going to punch one of the spots where one of the healers is.
Mm-hmm. And
you have to destroy the ghoul that like is trapping the healer before the second punch goes down. Otherwise, like,
there goes your healer, R.I.P.
Right. And if you don't beat that DPS check, then everyone that was standing there is also gone. So it's a huge risk reward. But once you have the damage, it's not a problem. You break the ghoul and it's over. And then there's like a different one where like the boss will change the elevation of like the quadrant, so they'll like elevate 2 different like quadrants, and so like you can go down from the higher one, but you can't go up.
Mm-hmm.
And on the bottom areas, they will like be like areas where they're gonna pop like one of the 4 blocks, or like a combination of like the 4 blocks of that quadrant, like either 2 or 3.
Mm-hmm.
And there's a mechanic that was introduced earlier, where, like, if you get a yellow marker above your head, you have to be standing in your own individual square. And if you get an orange marker above your head, you have to stand in a square with someone else with an orange one, so you have to, like, stack together. And then there's another one where it's blue, where, like, it'll blow up the square that you're in and all adjacent squares. And so, like, what you'll have to do is that, like, the people that are yellow have to go down into an area where they can get their own individual square, which means you have to pick the right side, and then the people that are orange have to go to the other one, and the people that are blue have to be in squares by themselves, so they explode and they don't hit anyone else.
Mm-hmm.
Otherwise, like, if you get hit by 2 mechanics, you'll die. And then, like, then there'll be, like, gowls in that as well. So, like, they'll stack mechanics, but, like, they're, like, pretty manageable once you're able to parse them out. Like, parsing them out is actually the problem at first. So, like, it's really frustrating when you don't know what to do, and then, like, you have to, like, you know, start getting out graph paper and shit. And, like, I feel like there should be more of that.
Yeah, that sounds like fun, honestly.
Right? Like, fuck. Like, I love the prog shit. But who knows? Maybe, I don't know what level of complexity will be necessary to stretch out those encounters to make them longer. Or not make them longer, but make them more difficult to solve. Especially, like, with the limits of, like, having maybe, like, one boss or, like, one boss with, like, additional spawn enemies and, like, 8 individual people.
Mm-hmm.
But I don't know. Like, I'd be more interested in more complex, like, raiding environments. But I don't know what that looks like right now.
Well, I mean, the nice thing is it's also not your job to know what that looks like. That's a game designer's job.
True. Oh, man.
Hey, game designer, you ever wanted to just go ham?
Yeah, show us the wildest shit you've been dreaming of. I'm excited. Oh, fuck. Maybe we'll interview Yoshi P that day. Maybe we'll be that relevant.
Dude, that'd be sweet.
Tegan, what's the next story?
Well, the next story is bad news for those Chinese World of Warcraft players who are children.
Oof. What's the story for them?
So on Tuesday the 5th, a new Chinese law went into effect that placed what are called extreme limits on screen times for the nation's youth, which is everyone under 18. Now they're only restricted to playing games for no longer than 90 minutes a day, or only between the hours of 10 p.m. and 8 a.m. So they're basically my mom. China's basically my mom at this point. No more than an hour and a half of video games a day, and you can't play games after 10 p.m. All right. Thanks. The curfew, the 10 to 8 a.m. applies 7 days a week. But the 90-minute time limit is only Monday to Friday. On weekends, you can play 3 hours a day.
But, hold on. I mean, they can pass this law, but, that's not enforceable, right? They couldn't do that to kids here. How would they even know that you're under 18?
So kids have to sign up for online gaming accounts using their real names and identification. So it'd be like plugging your social security number into a game when you sign up and they go, aha, you are a child.
That sounds super unsafe. I don't like that at all.
Well, it's happening.
Okay.
It's happening.
No, it's safe to play video games in China. I'm a grown
right?
man. Whatever.
There's also an additional measure that's been added on that's about DLC and microtransactions specifically, where there's now a hard limit of between $28 and $57 a month for users to spend on items and in-game stuff.
So, okay.
And it scales how old you are. So, a little kid can only spend up to $28, but an 18-year-old can go all the way up to $57.
Oh my god. Okay, I mean...
Could you imagine if I was playing this stupid dress-up game, and I could only spend $57 a month?
Well, your parents would be happy, I guess.
It's not my parents' money, though.
True enough. Man, okay, so... The thing about microtransactions is really interesting to me, because as we know, games, for the most part, games that involve microtransactions specifically are more often than not a global phenomenon now.
Fortnite?
Like Fortnite, like FIFA, even stuff like Hearthstone, right? All these games, they are everywhere. If you have a device that can connect to the internet, you can play this game and spend money on it. And if I think about the companies that have stakes in these businesses, specifically Tencent, which is also a Chinese company. I'm not saying China, Tencent is definitely not in league with the Chinese government, but this seems like a way to not only limit the amount of revenue that Tencent can actually make in China, but also to insulate their population from these habits that China's companies are going to directly benefit from.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? So the kids that are spending $1,000 on their parents' credit card in Fortnite, or the guy who's drops a $400 a month on fucking Ultimates in the UK, those people aren't going to be real in China, but China's definitely going to get a good chunk of that money. And like that's kind of wild to me. Like it's a very like don't get high on your own supply type of deal.
Yep. But they're gonna.
Mm-hmm.
It'll be interesting. I'm intrigued. I'm concerned, and I'm intrigued.
Also, social credit goes live next year, so there's that.
Oh God. Could you imagine if you can spend social credit on in-game stuff?
Oh God.
Does that just sound like a disaster waiting to happen?
Oh man, like I'm terrified. Like I want to see like the kid that like hit like the hard like limit every month until they turn 18 and then they're unlimited and then they realize they can't buy a train ticket to go to Shanghai anymore. And it's just like, Jesus. What? Oh man. I'm worried about China. That's the whole thing.
Yeah. I think we're all worried about China.
Okay. We talked a little earlier this year about Turner. Is his first name Turner? Do I have that right? Yeah.
Yeah, looks like it.
Turner Tafuteni, Fortnite star, is suing FaZe Clan, and FaZe Clan is countersuing Tenny. So they're kind of like in a suing war right now, and they have a court date. In New York. Tenny is suing FaZe Clan in California, over like the artists versus like athletes distinction as their relationship in their contract to FaZe Clan and playing video games, whether they're artists simply because they're streamers and content creators, or if they're athletes and deserve like athlete protections because they compete on FaZe Clan's behalf on a competitive scale. And FaZe Clan is suing Tenny in New York over a clause in his contract. And Tenny tried to get, a motion to dismiss so that they could throw out that suit. The courts of New York decided not to dismiss the suit. And that suit has a date, which is March 4th, 2020.
Okay. So
we're going to have at least one court date for you all to settle the FaZe Clan versus Turner Tafuteni that we'll be able to review in March. No word on a court date for the California trial because it's going to take place after this one because they have to argue about the contract before they can argue about what the contract means, apparently.
I mean, that makes sense, but, like, I don't like it.
No, it's not especially fun, but we're keeping track of it and just want to let you guys know that, like, just look out for an update on this in March.
We know. We know. But also, we want you to know. You know?
Oh, yeah. So, man, this is definitely a mess. I still think Turner still has the high ground. Because...
Yeah, I think you're right. I think overall he does.
He did sign a shitty contract, but he signed a shitty contract as an 18-year-old, and he tried to get out of it.
Mm-hmm.
While FaZe Clan did make him sign a shitty contract, their defense is that they didn't enforce it, which is bullshit. Like, that's not a real defense.
Yeah, you should have enforced your contract, dumbass.
We'll see how that goes. Hopefully this will have, like, meaningful...
repercussions
or consequences for competitors in the esports space. But competitors are doing pretty well right now. Like, as much as I hate to be like, please think of the shareholders, everyone that's like shareholding is like actively losing money and stand to do so for the foreseeable future until it blows up. And when it blows up, they'll own everything. And then we'll just like, be where we are with like the NBA, NFL, MLB. And, I hopefully we can find some place in the middle. But we don't know yet. We'll find out.
Time will tell. Or it won't. We might die before then. Who fucking knows?
No, Tegan, I'm gonna live to see like the beginnings of esports, at least like the real esports.
Yeah, or we're definitely gonna live long enough to be immortal, right?
Oh yeah, 2036. Hell yeah, 2036. Mark your calendars, or I guess like get a calendar. That doesn't make sense. Just keep a calendar for 2036.
Put it in your phone.
Put it in your phone.
Have that date transfer with you with every phone you get.
Oh, yeah. Put it on the cloud. Oh, God. Oh, man. All right, Tegan, we got a YouTuber? What's with this YouTuber?
You know we got a YouTuber, but we also got Fortnite.
Oh, okay.
It's our favorite combination.
The kids are gonna love us. This is what 12-year-olds are doing right now.
Yeah, hey there, fellow kids. Let me do a shoot? I'll do a shoot.
Just dab on him, Tegan. Dab on the hand.
Yeah, I can dab on him. I can dab with the best of them. You can't see, but I did dab. Trust me when I say I dabbed, I did it. I did it enthusiastically and with limbs flying. So, like, earlier, Fortnite was having this issue where, like, spectator mode was banning people.
Oh, God. All right.
Because, it's all good. This is semi-related, I promise.
Okay. If
you were spectating a game that was in progress, the game thought you were teaming in a game.
What's teaming?
So it's like where, players are working together in a game by using spectator mode to watch other players and give advice to each other as they're playing.
Oh, okay. It's like coaching. No coaching.
Yeah, it's like coaching, but they call it teaming.
It's Smash Bros. All over again. God damn it.
Yeah, it's Smash Bros. All over again. So what was happening was the system was automatically banning people who were in spectate game mode because it thought that the players who were just hanging out and watching one person play were teaming for someone else. They were like, whoops, that's our bad. We're gonna go ahead and fix that now, and we're also gonna give you 1,000 V-Bucks.
Okay. Alright.
Which, like, is enough to buy the Battle Pass? And still have 50 V-Bucks left over, so you could also get yourself, like, a sweet skin or a dance or something. It's like, alright, that's much better than what Bethesda did, where, like, hey, you get less than $5 worth of in-game currency.
Mm.
Like, 1,000 V-Bucks is actually something. But... God, this is stupid. But then... Wow, this is stupid. Jarvis... Catry?
I think that's his name.
The content creator for the esports organization FaZe Clan has gotten a lifetime ban from Fortnite.
Okay, lifetime ban.
Because he was showing an aimbot. So he made a new Fortnite account, right? And he showed he was like, don't do this, you're gonna get in trouble, like, obviously don't do this. I made a new account. I don't want to risk, like, my regular account. I want to still be able to play this game. Like, I'm gonna show you how to use an aimbot. And then he used this aimbot, and then he got banned. He got a lifetime ban from Fortnite.
Wait, they went to his, like, actual account and he got banned, even though he went to the trouble making a new account?
Yeah.
Ooh.
Yeah, he can't. He's all done. He's completely done. He is 17, and he cannot anymore make content about Fortnite for FaZe Clan because he was stupid and used an aimbot to show people how broken they were, and, like, wow.
Oh, man. I mean, rip the kid. Like, that sucks.
Well, like, FaZe Clan is still going to support him, which is interesting, because they're like, he's 17, he did something stupid, like, obviously he feels bad, and, like, he posted a typical YouTuber apology where, like, he got all sad and cried, and, like, I get it, you're 17 and you've been banned from literally the most popular game in the world, because you fucked up, whatever. But he also has now been, like, not on social media, and he won't be available for comments.
Oh, man. This poor kid. Like, it's like... Aimbots are unequivocally bad. Like, I think, like, that is a absolutely bannable offense. But he definitely did make a dummy account. He didn't use it to smurf or anything. Which is, like, to bully lower level players or, like, less experienced players with, like, your expertise or, like, hardware or whatever. And he did it in a non-competitive mode. I think there is a case that could be made to, like, let him play Fortnite again.
Oh, yeah, there definitely is, and a bunch of, like, other Fortnite players, like, including Ninja, are like, hey, wait a minute, but earlier this year, Other players were caught teaming up in solo play, and we're still allowed to compete professionally in Fortnite, in the Fortnite World Cup. What the fuck?
I'm still mad about those jackasses. For people who don't know, there were two players that were pretty good at competitive Fortnite, and they would collude in games, especially during, the online tournaments for, the world qualifiers. What they would do is that they would, jump into games together and, feed each other kills by, working together in the battle royale format instead of being all for one. They just come in with an alliance, which is bullshit. While cheating in a video game isn't a big a deal, you got to remember that they both got invited to the Fortnite World Cup, and Fortnite World Cup, just for being there, which is an invitational, you were guaranteed 50 grand, and the winner got $3 million. So they got access to a tournament and 50 grand that they did. Well, maybe not only by cheating, but definitely by cheating. And when they were caught the first time, they got a slap on the wristband. It was 14 days. They just waited the 14 days, jumped into another qualifier, and then just qualified into the thing. And we don't even it's not confirmed that whether or not they were working together. But honestly, how could you ever trust that they didn't? Ugh. Epic is definitely really unbalanced in terms of throwing out these bans on certain people and the way that they're enforcing their game. It's possible that it's a learning experience, but also they did run Unreal Tournament. Holy shit. They should have a better idea of what to do about stuff like this. And this kid could definitely go find another game to play, and he may actually just be successful at it. I don't think that this ban is actually justified because of the circumstances under which he used the aimbot. But, it'll probably just be some sort of deal that they'll make with Epic, FaZe Clan X Epic, that will heavily favor Epic, and they'll let the kid play again. But who knows? We'll see what happens. Oh, wait, is that all our news?
Yeah, that's all our news. That's it.
Okay.
That's the news. It's time to find out what came out on Steam today.
So, 66 games came out on Steam yesterday.
Okay.
10 games have come out on Steam today so far. The first game is called The Airship Designer.
I am the best airship designer.
Right. Build your own airships by snaping engines. I think they mean snapping engines. Envelopes.
Envelopes!
Fins
Delicious.
and gondolas together. Then fly it freely or watch it blow up in the sandbox. It is currently free? How is this free? That doesn't make any sense. Okay. It looks like a demo. It doesn't look particularly good. Next is Kaja for $1.99. The description is entirely in Chinese, so give me one moment.
Delicious.
It to a translator.
Delicious. I can't wait to hear about this game that children in China cannot play because they can't stay online late enough. China's actually being slightly nicer than my mom, oddly enough. I was only allowed to play 2 hours worth of video games on weekends.
Oh, man. Whew. Yeah, that's good for kids. Who knows? This is the side description before, the about this game.
Mm-hmm.
It says, Kaja, you are the rabbit that is chasing the light. You will be challenged by different mysteries, rolling, jumping, running, flying, and breaking through the difficulties with your wisdom. You are the most flexible rabbit in the universe.
Oh, that sounds cool. Okay. I want to be a spiritual rabbit.
Kaja, Chasing the Light and the Manufacturer of Secrets is a platform jumping game. Players will play a greedy rabbit in the game, Kaja, through rolling, jumping, flying, breaking through a difficult situation of varying sizes. Gameplay. Don't underestimate the potential of each food. In order to eat, he can skip the ground, fly over the laser, break through the obstacles, and sneak into every corner of the world. The game is divided into 6 major themes, namely grassland, forest, ice sheet, desert, cloud, city. Each theme has a corresponding level of 5 levels of difficulty, etc. The game mode is divided into 3 modes: Heaven, Ordinary, and Hell. Paradise mode. The player's visible view is a fully open view. The player only needs to concentrate on customs clearance. Normal mode. The visible angle of view will decrease with the player's operation. Players will need to constantly eat radish to get light, supplement their visible view, not to be swallowed by the darkness. Hell mode. Visible perspectives will shrink over time. Players must measure each operation, clear before being swallowed by the dark. Customs clearance conditions. The player reaches the ends of the customs clearance. Collect all rewards. Radish clearance. Mysterious creation. Players can edit simple levels through the game's built-in simple editor. The game's items are divided into ground thorns, invisible bricks, sinking bricks, radish traps, bounce organs, okay, colliding boxes, crawlers, portals, floating platforms, directional electricity. Sing 11 kinds of organs as long as you like and have patience. 11 institutions can create an interesting map of your own secrets. Game difficulty. The overall design of the official map of the game is easy to move, and some maps are moderately difficult. At last, I hope everyone has a good game. That's Kaja. It looks like a platformer with like editing capabilities. It kind of looks like a different stylized Mario skin, if we're being honest.
Okay.
It's by Meowbox Games. Doesn't look bad. Doesn't look great. Next is Space Wars for 84 cents. The alien invasion began. The invaders occupied Earth orbit. You have to protect the orbital station as well as destroy all the aliens. It's an early access.
Mm-hmm.
About this game. Several types of ship and weapons. Collect items, breaking capsules, pump your ship. Space Wars. Arcade scrolling shooter side view. Nice graphics and atmospheric musical accompaniment. Immerse you in a space battle. Features. Ship upgrade. 10 types of enemy ships. 15 levels. 3 locations. Bosses. This game's got bosses, y'all. It's a shmup. It's fine.
Alright.
Next is Space Candy for 59 cents.
Yum!
Same developer, both by High and Wide. Space Candy is an Arkanoid. Not quite classic. The main feature of the game are all kinds of bonuses that affect the gameplay and enemies in the form of aliens. About this game, everyone wants space sweets. We suggest you go to space after them. To get them is not so simple. You need to break the blocks with a ball, controlling a jet platform. Plus, evil aliens also want the sweets and will bother you in every way. Do you remember that one game where like you're kind of playing Pong but like by yourself?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's that game,
but
like in space. There's
right.
also aliens that try to take the candy from you.
What? They can't take the candy from me though if I just eat it.
Well, you're controlling a jet platform.
I'm gonna eat it.
Okay. Next game is called Hunters for Your Brain. In the same lab where carried out experiments on people, the disaster occurred. It looks like a top-down horror game. About this game. In the same lab where carried out experiments on the people, the disaster occurred. All the staff left the clinic except you, capital Y on you. You have to go through the hospital corridors are full of zombies, but it will not be an exit. The clinic itself is located on the territory of a secret military base, and you will need to go through the security to the exit. Look for ammunition and medicines. Ready? Then go ahead. Peculiar properties. Nice graphics. Simple operation. Interesting gameplay. Light music. Unforgettable adventure. It kind of looks like a top-down Resident Evil-like.
Okay.
Next game is Little Witch Luana. Oh, this one's not yet available. And it's not English language supported.
Oh, lame. Double lame!
But its description, 2 witches plan to perform a ritual to revive the great Lara Witch. But they need to sacrifice a witch with firepower. So they kidnap Luana's sister to sacrifice her in a ritual. What the fuck?
What the fuck?
And Luana set out on an adventure with her dragon to rescue her. Oh, okay. So you're trying to save your sister. Fine.
But your sister's been sacrificed.
Well, they're trying to sacrifice her. It's like Banjo-Kazooie, I guess. Little Witch Luana was inspired by classic games like Castlevania. You don't say. Okay. With the character, Luana can use a magic weapon and can change the type of bullet according to the progress in the game. Solari's character teleports, flies, and sends magical flames which follow enemies. There are too many secret items in scenarios. Gameplay experience changes by character. Epic battles against bosses, mythological, and witches. Pixel art style in almost the entire game.
Not the... What?
That's what it says. Pixel art style in almost the entire game.
Okay.
There are like hand-drawn witches, I guess. There are several special commands to perform and make the experience more fun. Gameplay changes on some bosses, especially the final boss.
Okay.
It looks like a game. It doesn't look especially bad. Doesn't look especially good. Next game is Metro Demo, which is, a demo. No, sorry, Myro Demo. M-E-I-R-O. Myro, a science fantasy maze survival gameplay co-op or competitively to solve the mystery of the maze. It's in early access. And it's also a demo. Myro is a survival game set in the far future. People have grown astray from the highly technological world and as a result have forgotten how to operate the complex machinery and what horrible actions led to its creation. You awaken to find the lands and everything you held dear has vanished. What once was is now destroyed, and you together with your friends must figure out how to escape the expansive maze that traps you. Wait, isn't this Maze Runner?
Oh, I was going to say, isn't this Breath of the Wild?
Oh god, maybe. To survive, one must manage their own livelihood, taking hunger and thirst into account. Creating a base of operations and stocking up on resources before heading into the alien maze, which is filled with unseen horrors and traps. This is the Maze Runner. Survival. The player will be challenged to find ways to maintain the most essential needs for survival, finding a source of drinkable water and food fit for consumption. Besides this, the player will need to brave the maze and everything within it, and discover the secrets that are hidden within, all while dodging traps and combating enemies. Hopefully, there will be a way to escape. Crafting. Construct a base together with other players or alone. This will serve as a safe haven to recover from the horrors that lurk within the maze. Stock up and craft weapons, armor, and various items to increase your chances of survival. Uncover ancient recipes thought lost to further venture into the maze. Brewing. Discover your inner alchemist through the advanced brewing mechanics. Brewing within Myro gives the player the freedom to design their own potions through a complex brewing station. Examine basic ingredients for their chemical properties and combine these to make your own creations by regulating temperature and pressure. Alternatively, the player can venture out into the maze and learn of powerful mixtures through ancient texts. Skills. Master craftsmanship by tinkering away with the various crafting disciplines available in Metro. Build and refurbish. Yeah, build and refurbish your surroundings as you once knew, or focus on arming yourself against the threats of the maze. Rediscover knowledge thought lost by finding data scattered throughout the maze and piece together how previous generations pushed science beyond boundaries. Learn from their findings and avoid making the same mistakes until you too can improve yourself. Key features: online multiplayer, survival in a hostile environment, a living and changing maze, combat and magic, base building, extensive crafting, resource gathering and looting, play with friends or meet random people. Skills: advanced potion brewing gameplay, discover hidden stories, mature content description, fighting with cyborgs, player and enemies. Oh god. Players and enemies bleed. That was a lot. That was a trial to read through. This game seems like it's pretty ambitious, but it's demoing right now.
There was too many words.
Oh my god,
Rocky, I didn't even know you had that many words inside you.
Oh my god. Okay, here got a couple more, I think. Here we go. The next game is Basic Car Repair Garage VR.
Is it going to teach me how to actually repair my fucking car?
Let's find out. For car shows, trade shows, and car people, a basic auto repair garage where you can run vehicle lifts up and down, look at animated transparent engines, install transmissions, and interact with mechanic tools and automotive parts. It's in early access. Yeah, it's a VR game. There's some pumpkins around. And it looks like a functioning garage. There's a cat and a dog here. Don't know why there's a cat and a dog here.
Can you pet them?
I'm waiting to see if you can pet them in the trailer. But it looks like, yeah, you can just assemble parts. So
neat. Okay, so maybe.
Maybe, yeah. It looks like an actual car garage simulator. That could be cool. But yeah, it's in early access. It's demoing. Next is Project Starship X Demo. PSX. humoristic, insane procedural shooter. Use X maneuver to kill enemies, dodge bullets, and prepare yourself a coffee, maybe a toast, and even more. Okay, so, like, this is a shmup, but it's also, like, a shmup where, like, you're the person standing at an arcade. It looks super flashy.
All right.
It's in early access. Planned release date's February 7, 2020. Yeah, colorful characters, full of personality, surreal situations, ridiculous cosmic horror. Get personal with your enemies. Go there and tell them a thing or two. Features: Swag Thulu. Yeah, this is actually.
Invite him to fucking dinner.
Souls-like dodge roll with more than one function. You can crash your ship right in the enemy's face, and you will be the one that comes out unharmed. Difficult but fair action. All the danger is well telegraphed. High replayability thanks to procedural generation. Absurd power-ups that will transform your spaceship into dangerous killing machine. Surreal and funny situations, enemies, and bosses. 16-bit graphics with a modern twist. Pumped-up effects and screen shake. Magnificently crafted chiptune by Sonoru. Improve your reflexes match after match without ever getting frustrated. Oh, looks like a shmup. It's flashy. It could be cool. I'm going to download the demo. See what it's like. And our last game today is Box. Box is a logic puzzle platformer where you must navigate small mazes and symmetrical obstacles to collect every object. Rotate the stage itself to change the layout of the maze, as well as your own position to reach impossible places. This looks kind of neat. Oh, it's not even out yet. It's going to release on the 23rd. Never mind. It's not out. It's just the page went up.
We'll come back to it.
We'll come back to it. That's what came out on Steam today, everyone. I am actually out of Steam. Wait, I'm supposed to take us home, aren't I?
Yeah, you gotta take us home. You need enough Steam left to take us home.
Okay. Just give me a second. Okay, I think I got it.
Did you just pop your neck?
I popped my neck, my back, and my arms, yes.
Holy shit. How the fuck?
This is our show. It's called Impossible Coin, and Brian might be dead, but his ghost will always be in our hearts and in our spirits. If you liked what you heard, you can leave us a review wherever you found this podcast, which would be on iTunes, Google Play, Stitcher, or Spotify. And honestly, if you left us a review on iTunes, we wouldn't be mad about that. There is music at the beginning and end of this podcast. It's produced by our friend Big Soch. You can find his work at soundcloud.com/BigSochNJ. And you could talk to him on Twitter at Hillary_Swank. Our logo and t-shirt were created by Lauren Moran. You can find her on Twitter at Lauren Moran, and consider throwing some money at her Patreon because she's fucking sick. We also have a Patreon ourselves. It's patreon.com/Impossible Coin Podcast. You could get Tegan some orange food and improve her diet. And if we get to the next tier, we'll go ahead and get you guys some bonus episodes so we can rant about anime and wrestling. And you guys, you want to hear the new wrestling and anime tech.
I mean, you definitely want to hear the anime tech.
And if you want to get at us, in particular, we're also on social media. You can find Brian on Facebook or Patreon. You can find me on Twitter, and you can find Tegan on Tumblr. It's all Impossible Coin. No spaces or dashes or anything like that. But that's us. That's our show.
Yeah, that's the show. We're sticking to it.
Right, so, Brian, if he were here, he would say peace.
Yeah, but he's not here, so instead I'm just gonna say bye!
I'm gonna say later.
Okay.